Buckmeister Village, your boy Buckmeister twice the nice that you were used to. Shublums, and we are here today and we are talking Boba Fett episode 3 and 4. So hi, if you're new here, my name is Buckmeister Cool, Meister Geek Media. I talk all sorts of geek media from the comic books, superheroes, animes, sci-fis, and all of that cool stuff. So if any of that sounds cool to you, please feel free to tickle that subscribe button and then the bell button so you never miss a video. So in these 2 episodes, we finally get some more badass Boba moments, which I think this is something that this series is lacking. Because one of my problems with this series is that the legend of Boba is the strength of it was the mystery, I guess. And I guess the more you peel back the layers of this character. Now, for some people it may work. Some people it's working great. I just think for me in particular, with all the stuff that I've heard, because they keep throwing around the word legendary. He's a legendary bounty hunter. He's supposed to be one of the most dangerous men, if not the most dangerous man in the galaxy, or whatever. Man, I'm messing up my English, but you get the point, right? He's supposed to be one of the baddest of the baddest of the bad. Like there's scenes where he walks into a room and people are like, "Oh snap, Boba's here," but they've never justified that in these 4 episodes so far. Like we get a particular moment with him where I liked what they did, and there's the argument that there was no emotion in it. Yeah, maybe he was just cold, or maybe it was a quiet rage or whatever when he's seeking his revenge or whatever. But it's just, to me, I just think they haven't put enough of that in there, and they're sanitizing him way too much. Like I can understand the sanitization, but I think no. Sanitizing is not the word. I think what they're doing is they're making him way too inept in the action scenes. Like there's action scenes where he's competent, but then there's action scenes where he's not competent at all, and without Fennec he'd be dead. And it's just a thing of they need to establish Boba Fett as the man. They need to have a scene. It doesn't have to be like, it can be ruthless, but it can be with people who were ruthless to him. Like that scene in episode 2, they should have like cranked that up. Like the assassination attempt, he should have wiped out 3 of the 4 of assassins. And I mean, he doesn't have to do it hand to hand. He's got weaponry, so he can do that. But I'm just saying, like, they need to pump up. They need to justify why people are afraid of Boba Fett. Because right now, I don't understand. And it's not that people are afraid of Boba Fett, but, like, they are wary of him, and I don't understand why. So they need to sort that out, in my personal opinion. Because otherwise, there's not so much of a hook to the show, in my opinion. Without Boba Fett, because Boba Fett is he's the main guy, so he's got to start doing some main guy stuff. I understand the scrappiness of this character, but he's got to be able to wipe out like 6 assassins by himself and just look awesome for like a couple of episodes, and I think it can justify everything, in my personal opinion. In these episodes, we get what people are calling the space, like Power Rangers SPD. We get like a bit of a Power Rangers moment. And like, a lot of people are roasting it. A lot of people are having fun with it. I thought that it was okay. Like it's a chase sequence or whatever, because Boba is building up his crew, which for me also I think is a bad move story-wise, because I think he should have just had a crew, I guess. But like, yeah, that moment in these episodes, like, I didn't mind it, but I can understand what people are saying. We get more backstory, and I think for me, this thing is suffering from the jumping around. That's another big thing that I think is hurting this Book of Boba Fett series, is that they jump around too much. There's way too much we're in the past, and then there's too much we're in the future, and then we're back in the past. I can understand that they want to split the episodes half-half to try and tell like a 2-sided narrative, but I think it would have been much better if it was linear. Like if we went from the past to the present. Like we don't have to show everything. You don't have to show the Mandalorian again. Just go from the past all the way to the present and just call it a day. Because this business of jumping around, like the past stuff is not bad. Some of it is boring, but a lot of it is cool. And like getting to see how these characters form these relationships is cool. But I just think that they should have just gone one way instead of trying to balance 2 narratives at once, because I don't think it's working wholly. For me, anyway. Speaking of Fennec Shan, I don't know if that's how you say it, but I think it's Fennec Shan, and I want to add a goddamn after that. Fennec Shan in these episodes, man, like oh my gosh, she's more confident than Boba. Like my thing is that like Fennec Shan gets stuff done. She's ruthless when she needs to be. She's competent. She's skilled. She's getting amazing fight scenes, and it's dope to see her go to work. I really like seeing that character go to work. So I need more moments like that with Boba. Like, and I know there's a theory going around that there's some Sarlacc pit stuff happening with him, or you know what I'm saying? Like the reason why he's in the Bacta tank is that something might be wrong. So I'm hoping that we get more moments seeing Boba go to work. But like he don't go to work the way Fennec Shan goes to work. Fennec, like she clocks in early. She has got on the suit and tie. She is there to meet the boss with coffee. She is clocking in at the numbers that she's supposed to clock in this series. She is going to work. And Boba, like his work is good, but it's not as good as Fennec's. And like you can't have your lackey outworking you. Nah, I'm sorry. That's just my opinion on that. But all in all, the show is picking up, I think. I think the show is picking up. I just think that what they need to do is, just as I said, like the action scenes for Boba, just, it's his show. Like, I get this idea that you're supposed to, make your superhero vulnerable, but not to the point where he's getting bandied about like he's a goddamn tennis ball. Like, I just think that's one thing that's kind of bothering me because I'm not seeing the legendary. I want the legend. Like the legend has been built up by Star Wars fans forever. Like everybody was looking at like that Boba though, that Boba. Like epic rap battles of history had Deadpool versus Boba, and Deadpool has way more media than Boba, but the legend of Boba was so big that Boba could get an epic rap battles of history. Like this dude is supposed to be a big deal, and I want to see it. Like let's see it. I really want to see it. Anyway, those are my thoughts. I know I've probably made some people upset, and I'm gonna be getting yelled at in the comment section, but whatever. But what do you think, Masterville? Let me know in the comment section down below. Talketh to your boy. How do you feel about this series? How do you feel about Boba Fett as a character? Let me know in the comment section down below. Look at that! You made it to the end of the video. You are spectacular. Now, if you really like this video, I got another one up here. I got a playlist down there. I got an icon you can click on to subscribe. Remember to ring the bell if you do subscribe. And I'll see you all in another video because Meisterman's got to be out. Peace.